All right, here with Matt Sauvage of the James Monroe Mavericks. And Matt, your third straight regional win, third one over these guys. There in the second quarter, they didn't make it easy. After the tech on Coach Robertson, they really picked it up and kind of gave you all you wanted there in the second quarter. What happened at halftime to change things?
Well, at halftime, we actually just talked about some small adjustments. There was one adjustment we wanted to make on defense. We weren't beating McClung out high enough. We were letting him get to the basket too much, and it was creating too much havoc inside. And then offensively, our boys just got stagnant. And so we knew we were going to have to change up our offense. And so we actually spread the ball out even farther and made them come to us. And that way we were able to create more driving space and kick space. And then we were able to get it inside some, which is always going to help us.
I believe it was 2 or 3:42 until the same time in the fourth quarter. So a whole quarter, they didn't have a field goal.
Yeah.
I mean, is that as well as you guys have played on defense?
The third quarter.
The third quarter.
If you put offense and defense together, it's probably one of our better quarters of the year. And it was just execution. It wasn't necessarily somebody hitting a shot or, it's how they executed. And so, I thought they executed our game plan to a T, especially in the third quarter.
There are teams that are known for defense across the state. Woodrow was always a really good defensive team. Lately, Shady Springs been a team that lives and dies by their defense. So you guys do that too. I think maybe you don't get the I don't want to say respect. Maybe you don't get what is coming to you because you've had Eli Allen and everything. Well, he's a scoring machine. Chad Sauvage, your son, was a three-point shooter, had over 100 threes in a season. Do you think that your defense is maybe not getting the kind of
I do. I think, and not just this year. I think over the last 3 to 4 years, we've been one of the better defensive teams around. And I'll give all credit to the boys. They bought into it. We gave them what we want them to do and how to do it. But they've executed it, and they bought into defense. Not everybody wants to buy into the defensive end because you don't get as much credit on that end. These boys have bought into it.
When you got a guy like Cooper Rinkley, who's your only returning starter, who just told me that your identity is defense, what's that mean to you?
I tell you what, it means the world to me. It really does. That they feel that way too, because defense. They always say defense wins championships. Well, I don't know if it does or not, but I know it doesn't hurt.
Well,
and
definitely
but I think having Cooper, a senior leader, buy into that defensive mindset, I think everybody else buys in with him.
Very emotional post game for Ryan Cole and his family.
Yeah.
What's he meant to the program? You look at what he did in the third, and he really helped us pull away at 3 threes. And everybody was playing well. You can't maybe single at one guy, but I'm just saying he hit threes were very visible.
And Ryan Cole's a good player, first of all. At the beginning of the season, we had to get him to not buy into the defensive end, but to start working on the defensive end.
Well, it's not for everyone.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, on the defensive end, he's bought into that too. And but Ryan, he was very emotional afterwards, and this game means a lot to him. I think the trip to Charleston means a lot to him too. And so, I'm glad to see that type of emotion out of these boys.
It's for your guys that haven't got a chance to maybe go down and start. It'll be a big thing, but is it safe to say maybe even bigger for him after what he's been through and the journey he's been through the last 4 years?
Oh yeah, definitely. And so, I'm excited for Ryan. I'm excited for this whole group. I tell everybody, I'm an old geezer. But it's nice for these young guys to get experiences, and it's memories they'll have for a lifetime. And that's what it's all about.
When you look at the numbers defensively from this game, what do you think you'll be most proud of when you see the final number? Is it holding them without a field goal for the length of a quarter? Is it?
I'll be honest. I think it's a combination because I look at a lot of different things on the defensive end. I've turned the offense almost completely over to Jim and Corey, and I still chip in with it, but they've got more say-so than I do on the offensive end. But on the defensive end, they love defense too, but it's my baby. I love defense, and when I look at the stats, it's not necessarily stats as it is executing. Did you do what we asked you to do? And I would say for probably three out of the 4 quarters added up, they executed it to a T. you know, and I'm more proud of just the execution of it. It may not have been the steal, but it may have led to a bad shot, or it may have, you know, that type stuff, and that's what I look at.
All right. Hey, great job tonight, Matt. Congratulations on the 3 straight regionals.
Dave, appreciate you, man.